smartphones, everybody, right? Why do you use it? I guess because of comfort, right? Before smartphone was invented, we've been using many different devices to do various things, but right now we have everything in one device that we can hold in our pocket. So it was a great innovation that changed our life. Are you agree? I'm talking about that because the story that we want to tell you about is about the smartphone that we have invented. So Steve Jobs has developed first smartphone for people, and he called it iPhone. We have developed first in the world smartphone for business and industry, and we've called it Master. So the story begins 15 years ago when we both met at the German university. My name is Karolina, this is Monika. We both are engineers with PhD degree. And since that meeting 15 years ago, we are working together combining science and business. We are very different, and not just because I'm taller and she's blonde. I think big and act boldly. Monika is more sensible and cautious. But that's why for these 15 years, we are a perfect team and we complement each other in everyday duties. But we have one thing in common. We have more than a decade experience working for different industries, developing and implementing solutions dedicated for them and trying to solve the problems they face. And do you know what we've learned for that time? That meeting their expectations was not possible. Do you know why? Okay, every industry expected improving of processes, saving time and savings of money. And that all means that they were expecting identification. They wanted to identify at the same time people, machines, products, everything. And it was not possible. You may think now, okay, but you are living in IoT world, so we have many technologies that can be used. Yes, they are. We have many technologies, but I recall smartphone again. So before smartphone was invented, you could also take a picture using your camera. You could transfer that picture to your laptop and put that picture on your Facebook, right? But you couldn't do that within just 1 second and using just one finger, like you can do this using your smartphone. So in theory, these technologies, these solutions exist. But in practice, they don't meet the expectations of the market. So that's why it was not possible, but just until now.
Yes, but we can do that. We can do that using only one device. 2.5 years ago, we have developed this device and we produce it in Poland.
That's our product. This is first in the world. This is first in the world smartphone for business and industry. That smartphone has changed your life, our life. And our Master is changing business and industry. This is first in the world device that lets to use up to 5 different IoT technologies at the same time. Imagine that with that device, we can detect and track all of you that you are sitting here from this distance within just a few seconds and without any interaction from your side. With that device, we can detect and track not just you, but also all the stuff that you have with you right now. All your bags, laptops, even your clothes and shoes. So, at the same as for standard smartphone, different industries, companies apply and use different software applications to use our Master in a way they need. So who is using this and what for? Factories buying Master and use it to build evacuation management systems. Museums, touristic centers to track tourists and manage the movement of tourists and staff. Car parks, offices, hotels for access control, factories to avoid queuing during every shift change. The biggest automotive manufacturers to track their production. Warehouses to detect all pallets within just 2 seconds. Retailers for inventory, for fast fiscalization, for anti-theft systems, and to detect all clients that are entering their store. Digital signage companies to build their systems, and many, many others. So why they are using this? Because our solution can meet their expectations. We can save their time and money.
That's why we have clients in Europe, Middle East, and USA. Just take a look at the numbers. Our total sales still...
We've heard that one first time during the whole pitch, halfway through. Right. That's it. Thank you. We've got 2 more minutes for questions. Everybody got scared with that sound.
Okay, but it's a receiver. So what it actually does, is it just a universal receiver for all of those protocols? What it does on top of that?
Yes. So it does all the things that we have shown you. So that device has many technologies at the same time, and they can be used in 2 directions. So to get data and to transfer data. So the same as you can use your smartphone in different ways, yes, right? If you have different applications. So the same our smartphone. But those technologies, you have many technologies in your smartphone, and those technologies that we have here are dedicated for business. So them all, business is using them all, an industry. So they can identify, it's mostly used for identification. Yeah. So as I told you, we can identify and track people, we can identify and track products, equipment, everything. For example, hospitals are using this to track and the movement of staff, equipment, to find where it is.
What is the output?
Inventory. So imagine that inventory we can do within just a few minutes in all store. We can detect all pallets, so inventory of all pallet with 2,000 products, we can identify in two seconds.
Okay, so but do I assume correctly that the output of this device is a stream of data that I can feed to my systems for further processing?
Yes, so that's why we're houses.
So like smart antenna rather than smartphone, right?
No.
No?
No, because antenna is passive. Usually antenna needs something smart that is getting the data and sending and doing something with that. And the same as with smartphone, yeah? So it's not enough to have a GPS antenna, but you have to have all the electronics, all device, the smart thing that is inside, and it's
okay.
knows how
so what's the data coming in? Because that's what I don't understand. The data coming in is directly from the device? Does it have cameras, etc.?
I can take the data from your smartphone. If you have your smartphone with you, and if you have your Wi-Fi on or Bluetooth on, I can identify you. If you have any card in your pocket, I can identify your card. I can identify your shoes because you have tags inside it. So
right, and we have to identify the time, which is much more than a couple of minutes. Thank you very much indeed for it.